What's going on, chess lover? This is Maurice Bishop, founder of Life is a Game of Chess. I just wanted to show y'all an interesting game where I actually lost my queen and then still managed to persevere to victory. Thought it was an interesting game, and I still encourage all y'all chess lovers to never give up, even if you lost a queen or even if you're in a losing position. You still don't give up, alright? But here it goes. I play e4, he played g6, I play d4. Bishop g7, knight c3, d6, bishop e3. As you see, he's playing like the modern perk opening. And I go f3, which is the sandwich, which I'm pretty much trying to do a kingside attack. He casts kingside, I go queen d2, trying to exchange the dark square bishop on the bishop on g7. He goes knight d7, I go g4, he goes c5, and I go d5. The whole purpose of me going d5, I'm just trying to create some space, in the center. He goes knight e5, no problem. I go bishop a6, because that's what I wanted to do. I want to get that out the way. I wasn't sure about that, knight catches f3. I mean, I kind of understand it, but not really sure. But I just took anyway. He go bishop g4, hitting my knight. And I just go bishop catches g7. He actually took the dark square bishop, but I was wondering what would happen if he did take the bishop on f3.
Knight.
I was just thinking about that. It's a little interesting, though. But anyway, he takes with the king. I go knight g1. He goes knight d7. I go bishop e2, trying to get that bishop e2 out the way because I want to, go to pawn h4 later on. I go knight catches g to e2. He goes knight e5. I castle queenside. Now this is where it really gets kind of hurted me a little bit. I kind of blunder and I went pawn h4.
I did blunder.
And he goes knight c4, hitting my queen, but also threatening mate. There's really nothing I could really do to stop this mate unless I actually lose my queen. I could have went knight a4. Things like that. But, he'll still go queen b4, still hitting my knight and then my queen. So either way, it was like I was still,
Actually, no.
I didn't, well, you know what, now that I think about it, I probably could have stopped that. This is crazy, man. I must have been tired or something. Maybe knight a4, I could have just went knight a4. But even if he goes queen b4,
he'll be exchanging the
queen
queen.
is still being under attack. Well, no, it don't even matter because my queen would still be under attack, by going queen b4. And then I could go queen d3, but then he'll just win my knight. So.
But no, actually, if I go queen b4, ladies and gentlemen, if I go queen b4, he'll be exchanging the queen. He wouldn't want that. So technically, knight a4 was my best shot. I just pretty much blundered. I don't know what the heck I was thinking, but I actually missed that, the knight a4. Knight a4 was the correct move, but I didn't do it.
But anyway, I go pawn b3, and he takes my queen. I go rook catches d2. He goes f6. I go h5. He goes a5. He's really trying to get in my home. Do a lot of damage to me, right? So I go knight f4. He goes rook f7 because he saw the fork, as you see. Knight e6 check, hitting the rook. So he goes rook f7. I go knight e6 check. He goes king g8, and I go pawn catches g6. He takes back, and I go rook g2. And as you notice, I'm actually threatening mate, actually. I'm threatening rook catches g6 check. And then if you move the rook over, then it's rook catches g7 checkmate. So that's what I'm threatening. So that's why he goes rook g7. So he wants me to take the rook. But I didn't take that right away because I wanted to double up on that h file. He goes king f7. I go knight f4. And the principle is when you have other pieces into attack, bring the other one along to the attack. We're all teamwork. We're all army of one. One for how they say it goes? The Three Musketeers. One for all and all for one. So That's how I was doing it. But anyway, he goes rook g8, just doubling up, because he saw the mating stuff that I was doing. So I go knight f4. He goes queen b4, and I just took that rook off. He goes a3 check. I go king d2, queen b4 check, and I just go king c1. Now I thought he was gonna try to make it a draw or something, but I guess he thought maybe he still had a chance to win. But I just go knight e6, and then he goes queen a1 check. I go king d2, and he goes queen b2. So then that's when I just went rook a7. I'm like, man, I got a chance to win this now. So notice that he can't just take that knight, because if I take it with the rook with a check, he goes king a8. I go rook h to a8, and then the king will have to go d7, and then I made him on rook d8. So that's why the rook can't take that knight either way. So he goes c4, and then I hit him with knight f5 check. He goes king e8, and then I go rook catches e7 checkmate. Now just look at this, y'all. Like, he has a queen and a rook, and I have 2 rooks and 2 knights. So, I mean, I utilize my knight to be in like some really good squares. And honestly, let's go back. It really all started with, let's go all the way back. Yeah. So, when I lost my queen, when he did that f6, he gave me that knight, that right square when he did. And I think because he got my queen, he already was thinking like he's about to win, because, he got my queen. It ain't really too much I could do to him, right? But when I went to knight f4, there was really no way he could have, he has no other minor pieces to get that knight out on e6. And I think this was that real MVP. That knight was the real MVP, because he kind of led me to victory. So rook s7, knight e6 check. And another thing about this move is once I took that pawn off, I had that big h file when I opened that up. And that's why I went to rook g6 to first, because I was threatening mate afterwards. But you see how my pieces are like working together? And like, it's to the point where the queen is not really doing nothing, and that rook on a8 is not really doing too much. So all my pieces are becoming like very coordinated. So when he went there, then that's when I went rook h2. I felt like he played like all the right moves, I guess, in a way to defend. But I think once I got my other knight in the game, I think that was pretty much about it. Knight f4. Like, you see how my knight, like, they're all in unison. Like, they're all coming together. Queen b4. I take the rook off. And honestly, as I thought about it, y'all, I could have just went king b1. I think I didn't go king b1 because the fact that, I guess because I was so scared of like the pawn c4 and then him going to c3, pawn c3. And I think that's what I was scared of. So that's why I went to king d2. Queen b4, king c1, c3, and then knight e6. And I think after I had this in, I think this was really about it. And notice that the rook still can't take that he can't really take that that knight. Cause like for the 6 pieces, for you win 2 minor pieces for a rook. Like, notice if he would have took the knight and I take back with my other knight and the king takes, then I would have been threatening rook h7 check. He goes king f8. I go rook h8 check. He goes king f7, and then I'll have my rook on h1 to h7, and that would have been mate. So that's why he still couldn't take that knight at all. And because my file is like too strong.
Also, just to clarify, I actually wouldn't take the knight back. If he goes rook catches g7, I actually would go rook h2 to h8 first, because then I'll really be threatening the mate. And even if he did go back to rook g8 to prevent me from doing that, then I just would have took my h1 rook to h7, and then he go rook g7, then I would have made him on f8. So I just wanted to clarify that.
So, yeah, I think after this, man, this was like pretty much over after that. You know, it's crazy. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, comment. Give me some of your input, and let me know what y'all think.
And don't forget to
All right,
subscribe me.
peace out.
Subscribe me.